Welcome to the latest test and review for BikeExchange. Today I'm on the Contend SL. This is a new alloy entry-level all-rounder from Giant. And we're going to take you through what the bike's all about, its features, and how it performs on the road. Before we go through details and specifications of the new Contend, we're just going to run through what it's all about and how this bike came to be. The Giant Performance road range consisted previously of 3 distinct versions. You had your lightweight TCR, you had your aero race Propel, and then you also had the endurance Defy bike. So the Defy had a carbon series and then an alloy series. And new for 2017 is the Contend, which is essentially going to replace the alloy version of the Defy. Although the Contend is replacing the alloy version of the Defy, it's actually pitched at more of an all-rounder kind of bike. The Contender's got a front end really similar to the Defy and most other endurance bikes, a longer head tube to put the rider in a more upright position. But then if you look at the rear of the bike, the chainstays have been shortened a centimetre compared to the Defy, and it starts to resemble more of the racier TCR and the Propel. So it basically gives the impression that this is going to be a little bit more agile than the Defy, even though the front of the bike is really similar. So you can see we've got a longer head tube here, creates a really stable platform when you're handling the bike, but it does have that extra agility that the all-rounder probably needs. So up front it is basically the same as the Defy, so the longer head tube puts the rider in a more upright position, making those longer Ks a lot easier, and paired with the big range on the crankset and the cassette, makes it really suitable for all-day riding. I think one of the concerns people have with alloy frames is they tend to deliver a harsh ride, but it's not so much the material, whether it's carbon, steel, titanium or alloy, it's how that material is used and how the frame is built up. The Contend SL is made out of Giant's top grade aluminium and it's double butted. The ends of the tubes are reinforced, so it creates stiffness at the junction points, but also saves weight through the middle of the frame, so it makes a stiff frame, lightweight, and also adds a little bit of compliance in there as well. We'll go into detail about the disc brakes that appear on the Contend SL because they're a little bit different to your standard cable or your standard hydraulic disc brakes. Interestingly, this system converts the cable orientated braking at the lever to hydro orientated braking at the actual wheel itself. So what that means is you still get the feel of a normal cable orientated brake, but you get the power and performance of a hydraulic braking system. And one of the really nice things about the hydraulic adapter here on the front is that the levers, or the shifters, can actually be the traditional 105. They don't need the extra bulk that a hydraulic lever needs. Having the cable also reduces the weight of the whole system, but what that does mean is that you need this specific Giant orientated stem. So it's not like you could swap it out with another stem, it's simply not compatible. Just about to get into our 20% grade. About halfway down the cassette. We'll see if we can get all the way up without jumping up out of the saddle. And without killing myself. Also, if you look at the gear ratio, we have a traditional compact setup at the front, so a 50-tooth large chainring and a 34-tooth small chainring. But out the back, we've got an 1132 cassette, which provides a huge range for steep hills, rolling terrain, basically any terrain that you can cover. No dramas. This is nice. So I've ridden around on the new Contend SL for a few weeks now, and I've got to say I'm a massive fan. Keeping in mind that this is an entry-level bike built for the all-rounder, it ticks all the boxes. So you've got a 105 group set, you've got disc brakes, and you've got high-grade alloy frame that's double butted. And as we've spoken about quite a bit, it's stiff, it's relatively light, and it provides plenty of comfort. All the performance elements are there, all the comfort elements are there, and it's certainly a great bike for an all-rounder.